Hello and welcome. Look, let's just address the elephant in the room right away. FIFA, an organization less interested in human rights than it is in finding new and inventive ways to stuff a bribe into a birthday cake. But we're not here to unpack the overflowing septic tank of their decision-making process. We're here for the actual sport. Welcome to our countdown of the best moments in the World Cup 2022 in Qatar. Because despite FIFA's best efforts to make this whole thing leave a bad taste in our mouths, even they couldn't completely screw this up. From stunning goals to unforgettable celebrations, we've got it all covered in just 7 minutes. So strap yourselves in for a roller coaster of emotions, because we're about to relive the highs, the lows, and the moments that made us question why we even liked this sport in the first place. First up, let's talk about a man who needs no introduction, but we'll give him one anyway because, well, it's Lionel freaking Messi. In a match against Mexico that felt more friend her dad and a dashboard camera, why he's considered one of the greatest to ever grace the pitch. With the score tied at 0-0 and the weight of a nation on his shoulders, Messi received the ball outside the box. Thinking about passing it off, maybe taking a shot if they're feeling lucky. Not Messi. He sees an opening smaller than FIFA's moral compass and boom! The ball is in the back of the net before the... It was a goal so good, even the people who hate Argentina had to grudgingly admit it was incredible. It was a goal worthy of winning any game, and thankfully for Argentina, it did just that. Next up, we traveled to the land of the rising sun, where Japan pulled off one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. Germany, a team that's won the whole shebang 4 times, went into their match against Japan as heavy favorites. And for a while, it looked like business as usual. Germany scored first, and it felt like the floodgates were about to open. But then something unexpected happened. Japan decided they didn't come all the way to Qatar to roll over. They fought back with the tenacity of 1,000 angry hornets trapped in a Tupperware container, and in the second half, they struck. 2 goals in quick succession left the German players looking as stunned as a group of tourists who just realized they paid $15 for a bottle of water. The final whistle blew, and Japan had done the unthinkable. They beat Germany. It was a victory that sent shockwaves through the tournament and cemented Japan's place as a force to be reckoned with. It also gave us a fantastic underdog story, which, let's be honest, is what everyone loves about the World Cup. Now, for a moment, that was less about the game itself and more about the end of an era. Cristiano Ronaldo, the Portuguese icon with more Instagram followers than there are grains of sand on a beach, made his final World Cup appearance. Love him or hate him, and let's be honest, there's not a lot of middle ground with this guy. You can't deny the man's impact on the sport. His rivalry with Messi has defined a generation of football, and his dedication to his craft is undeniable. But all good things must come to an end, and for Ronaldo that end came with tears in his eyes as he walked off the pitch for the last time in a World Cup. It was a bittersweet moment, but one that reminded us that even the greatest players are only human. From one emotional moment to another, let's talk about Morocco's historic run to the semi-finals. This wasn't just a victory for Morocco, it was a victory for Africa. For the first time ever, an African team had reached the semi-finals of the World Cup, breaking down barriers and inspiring a continent. Their journey was nothing short of remarkable. They topped a group that included Croatia and Belgium, then went on to defeat Spain and Portugal in the knockout stages. With every win, the celebrations grew louder, both in Morocco and across Africa. It was a testament to the power of belief, the beauty of the underdog story, and the unifying force of sport. Morocco's success was a reminder that anything is possible, and that sometimes the most incredible stories are written by those who dare to dream big. Now let's talk about the final, and a performance for the ages by Kylian Mbappé. The young Frenchman, already a World Cup winner at the age of 19, put on a show that left everyone watching speechless. With France trailing Argentina in the final, Mbappé decided to take matters into his own hands. He scored 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, single-handedly dragging France back from the brink of defeat. The first was a penalty, dispatched with the coolness of a seasoned veteran. The second, a volley so technically perfect it should be taught in physics classes. It was a display of skill, athleticism, and sheer audacity that cemented Mbappe's status as a global superstar. Despite Mbappe's heroics, the final came down to the most nerve-wracking way possible, a penalty shootout. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a butter knife, and everyone watching held their breath as player after player stepped up to take their shot. Finally, it came down to Argentina. Gonzalo Montiel, a man who probably hadn't considered the sheer weight of expectation that comes with taking a potentially tournament-winning penalty, stepped up. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and let fly. The ball hit the back of the net, and Argentina erupted in celebration. Messi had finally won the World Cup, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest players of all time. It was a fitting end to a tournament that had everything: drama, excitement, and enough moments of brilliance to make us forget about the whole FIFA thing, almost. But before we go, let's rewind to the beginning and talk about the opening ceremony. Hosted in Qatar, a country smaller than Connecticut but with significantly more oil money, it was always going to be a lavish affair, and well, they didn't disappoint. From the stunning visuals to the performances that celebrated Arabic culture, the opening ceremony was a feast for the senses. It was a reminder that while football may be the main event, the World Cup is also about bringing people together from all corners of the globe. It's about celebrating our differences, embracing our shared love of the beautiful game, and trying to ignore the fact that FIFA is a morally bankrupt organization. Okay, maybe not that last one. So there you have it, the most epic moments from the World Cup 2022 in Qatar. From Messi's magic to Morocco's historic run, from Mbappe's masterclass to that opening ceremony that probably cost more than the GDP of a small island nation. This tournament had it all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing sports moments. What was your favorite moment from the World Cup 2022? Let us know in the comments below.